Okay, students. So today's topic, torsion of a cylinder. 8 mark question. Torsion of a cylinder. Okay. So by the time others are joining, what I'll do, I'll draw this diagram. We are having a cylinder which is going to be fixed at one end. What happened? Someone unmuted. Yeah. So I think I should draw it little big. Okay, students, let me see if how many have joined. Okay, 30. Yeah. So we'll start. So students, we are today we are seeing this torsion of the a cylinder. So this is a diagram I have drawn. Let us consider a cylinder. Okay, I have taken a cylinder. It can be a wire also. I have taken a cylindrical body which is fixed at one end. Okay, what happened? Okay, it is fixed. It is fixed at one end. Okay, like a wire, and this is a cylinder. Now let us consider L is the length of the cylinder. Okay, L is the length of the cylinder, and R is the radius of the cylinder, and O dash is the axis. O dash is the axis about which we are going to give a twist. Okay, this cylinder is considered to be made up of a large number of layers. Such one layer is, I have taken such one layer. Can you see these dotted lines? So cylinder is made up of large number of layers. So one layer I have taken with these dotted lines. Okay, above the thickness of this layer, this thickness of, just like beam is made up of large number of layers, no, this is also made up of large number of layers. Let us take one such layer whose thickness is dr. Okay, and the radius of this layer is r. The radius of this layer is r. Any doubt here? That is, any doubt here? That is distance of this layer from the center. O is R. Okay, right. Now what is happening at the below also same thing we have drawn. Okay, the same layer we have drawn here also, and this is the circular layer which I have taken from there. So this is a point from the outer layer we are connecting to this point. Okay, so let me name it, and this is the point here also. From here also we'll draw the inner. This is from the outer layer. This is from the inner layer. This is from the inner layer here. I'm drawing here, right? So let this point be X. Which one? The inner layer point is X. Okay. So this is the condition. And now what we are going to do? We are going to give a twist to this wire. This can be a cylinder also. Let us, so when we are giving a twist, what does twist mean? This is fixed at one end and I'm rotating it from the lower end. When I am giving a twist like this. Okay, if you want I can complete that. Okay, so I am this wire which is fixed at the upper end, we are giving a twist from the lower end, at the lower end, and so what will happen, this body is now said to be under torsion. Okay, it is said to be under torsion. So what is torsion? When a body is fixed at one end and it is twisted along its length from the lower end. From the lower end, it is said to be under torsion. So with this condition, we are going to find the couple or the torque acting on the cylinder. When we give a twist, what is the torque, or torque is also called couple acting on the cylinder. Okay, so now with this condition, let us start. Now we have given a twist at the lower end. We have twisted the cylinder at the lower end. So all the different parameters of the cylinder, what are they? L is the length of the cylinder. R, capital R is the radius of the cylinder. This cylinder is made up of large number of layers. Consider one such layer which is at a distance R from the center, small r, and the thickness of this layer is dr. Okay. Now when we give this twist, when we have given this twist, what will happen? The point which was at X, okay, the point is at X. Okay, and the same point was at B. Here, 1 minute, something is happening. Okay, now this point from X, let us take this is the point. Okay, and when it was not twisted, when the body is not twisted, at the upper end the point is X, immediately at the lower end also the point is the point is B when it is not twisted. Now it is twisted. Because of the twisting, what will happen? Can you guess? What will happen to the upper end? What will happen to the point X at the upper end? Will it change? Will this point X shift, which is at the fixed end? Will this point shift? Students?
Yes, ma'am.
Point X is at the fixed end. It is at the fixed end. Why it will shift? It will not shift. We are giving a twist only at the lower end. Okay, we are twisting it only at the lower end. So what will happen? The point B now shifts to a new point. Let it be B dash. Isn't it? X remains the same. So this point B has shifted to B dash. So from X, I draw a dotted line to this B dash. Okay, and let this angle be phi. This angle be phi. Okay, so now tell me, what is phi called? What is phi called? The body has got twisted through an angle phi. So what is phi called? Phi is a symbol we used before also. When the body is sheared, okay, there we saw theta. Now the angle through which the body is sheared is called what? Morning, what happened? It is called shearing angle. What is phi called? Shearing angle. You remember we saw cube? We saw cube, right? In the cube also, when the one end was fixed here, when I applied the force, when it turned, this angle theta was called shearing angle. Here also, phi is called what angle? shearing angle. I'll draw the diagram again afterwards. Okay. Now, this much do you understand? Tell me what I said, what I did here. I have taken, I took a cylinder. When the cylinder is not twisted, the point upper layer, the point X is matching with the point B below the same layer. It is the same layer. Okay. And when it is twisted, the layer from the point B shifts to B dash, and let this angle be phi. Okay. This angle be phi. Now tell me, what is phi equal to? Phi is equal to what? Let me see who says. Students, what is phi? If I draw a separate graph for you, will you be able to say this is B, this is B dash, okay, this is phi, the length of the cylinder is L. Now at least can you tell what is phi? Phi is equal to what?
Small r by capital L, ma'am.
Very small r?
Opposite to phi, ma'am.
That is B dash, no? You should not say small r. Well, it is not small r. Okay, yeah, so yeah, at least she said that much. So phi is equal to opposite side, BB dash by L. BB dash by L. Okay, now see, because of that, now what has happened to the lower end also, B has shifted to B dash, no? So I have here theta. Okay, now tell me what is theta? Theta is the angle through which the lower end has got twisted. Phi is the angle through which the upper layer is showing the displacement. Now tell me what is theta? Same way, theta is what? See this diagram. See this diagram. If you want, I'll draw that diagram also here. At the lower end, theta is the angle made. This is B dash. Okay. And now this is R. Correct. Now tell me what is theta? Theta is equal to? Same way. Opposite side. What is opposite side? BB dash. And what is the length now? Radius of the
R.
layer R, small r, isn't it? So here I get, in the upper layer I get BB dash is equal to L phi. Okay. In the lower layer I get BB dash is equal to R theta. Okay. For those who are joined late, okay, I'll draw this diagram. Do you want me to draw this diagram again? Okay. So what we do, those who are joined late, this is a fixed end. This is a fixed end. I have taken a cylinder, and it is a wire also. It can be a wire also. So, right. So this is a cylinder I am taking, and so, oh, this is going somewhere. No, 1 minute. Yeah. Right. So this is a cylinder of length L. Okay, this is a cylinder of length L from here to here. The axis of we are going to rotate this cylinder about the axis OO dash. This is the axis of the cylinder from where we are going to rotate it. We are going to rotate it from the lower end alone. Okay, we are going to rotate it from the lower end so that it is under twist. We are giving a twist at the lower end. This is the fixed end. Okay, this is the fixed end, and R is the radius of this cylinder. In this, what I am doing, I am taking one layer. I am taking one layer. It is made up of so many layers. I am taking one layer. Okay, the same layer at the lower end is also taken. Okay, the radius of this layer which I have taken is R. The radius of this layer which I have taken is R. And the thickness is dr. The thickness of this layer is dr. Okay. So what I'm doing, I'm just checking what is the boundary of this layer. So outer layer with this outer layer. Okay. Outer layer. Here also outer layer is with the outer layer of the ring. This is the inner layer. Okay. So this is the inner layer. Right. Now what I'm saying, I'm taking a point. I'm taking a point X here. When we don't disturb the cylinder, in the upper layer there's a point X. Okay, so the same point at the lower layer, let this point be B. Okay, this is a B. So X at the upper layer, X at the same layer at the lower layer is B. Okay, now what is happening? Now we give the twist. When we give the twist, the upper layer remains the same. Okay, the layer is not disturbed, so point X remains at the same point. Okay, but the different layers of the cylinder, because the twists are sheared, they are sheared. Okay, so now this B point shifts to B dash. Okay, and this is the angle of shear. Phi is the shearing angle, isn't it? Now if you want me to, if I show you like this, all the layers of the cylinder are rotated. They are all rotated through this angle phi. They all are moving away. Part of the cylinder gets tilted like this, isn't it? So all the layers also got sheared. So this is B dash. The point from B shifts to B dash. Okay, so from this only what we have taken, from that only we have taken. Now can you say what I said? Phi is equal to opposite side BB dash by the length of the cylinder. Okay, in the lower end, theta is equal to opposite side BB dash by what? Radius of this circular loop. Right, now, so with this we are going to find, okay, moment of inertia, right? So when I gave a twist to the cylinder, we are talking about which modulus? When we are giving twist and there is shear, so we have to talk about Young's modulus, bulk modulus, or rigidity modulus?
Rigidity modulus, ma'am.
Yeah, so we have to talk about rigidity modulus. Okay, I want moment of force. So from rigidity modulus, I'll find the moment of force. We know that rigidity modulus is defined as a tangential stress, isn't it? It is defined as a tangential stress to shearing strain, or shearing stress to shearing strain. Okay, shearing stress to shearing strain. Right. So what I'll write? A stress, let T be the stress tension which is acting, and we know that shearing strain is given by phi here, isn't it? In our diagram, what is the shearing strain? Phi. Right. Okay. Now tension means which it is a force acting per unit area. We know that tension is force acting per unit area. Okay, and the area of this cylinder, concentric cylinder, what is the area of this concentric cylinder? Anyone can tell? R is a, we are talking about only one layer whose radius is small r, isn't it? Whose radius is small r, and thickness is dr of that layer. Okay, we are finding what is the force acting on the cylinder only to the layer we are considering. So force per unit area of the cylinder is now 2 pi r into dr. Okay, 2 pi r into dr. So can I write? So force is equal to 2 pi r dr into tension. Okay, into tension. So and already we have written that what we wrote, 5 is equal to, we wrote BB dash by L, also theta is equal to BB dash by what we wrote? R. Okay, that means, yeah, that means L phi is equal to R theta. So from here I'll take phi equal to R theta by L, because I'm going to substitute here. Okay, yeah. So now let us take, so tell me what I'm going to write. So I'll write force is equal to 2 pi r dr for tension. Okay, for tension, what I can write? Tell me. Can I write eta phi? Students, can I write eta phi? In this previous diagram,
yes,
n is equal to eta phi. Okay, eta is a rigidity modulus. So can I write this as eta r theta by L? I can write no? R theta by phi. So here what I wrote, I write F is equal to 2 pi r dr, instead of this eta, instead of phi, what I should write? R theta by L. R theta by L. This is a force. I'll arrange it. So I get eta. I can write theta, and then I'll write by L, okay, R square dr. This is the force acting on the cylinder due to a single layer. I'll tell you again. Force acting on the layer due to the single layer which we have drawn dotted line. This is a force acting, okay, on the cylinder about the optic axis. What is the movement of this force? That only we want. So what is the movement of this force? Movement of any force means what? Movement of force acting on the cylinder, okay, movement of force. So what I should write for movement of force? It is force into a distance from the axis of rotation, for that layer. So for that layer, what is the force I'll write? Force is given. What is the distance I'll write? What is the distance of that layer from the center of the axis? I'm asking, what is the distance of this layer from the center of the axis?
Small r.
Small r. Okay, small r. I'll repeat it again, okay, afterwards, right, small r. So this is the movement of force acting due to the layer. So what I'll substitute here? I'll write here. So 2 pi, one r gets multiplied, okay, by L, and can I write this as r cube into dr? Can I write this as r cube into dr? Because one more r got multiplied here, r cube into dr. Okay, this is the force acting on the cylinder due to one layer. So what I should do for all the layers? What is the moment of force acting about the cylinder, about the axis OO dash due to all the layers? Due to all the layers, what I should do? First tell me, due to only one layer, due to one layer, what is the moment of force acting? Moment of force is given by, force is, we wrote 2 pi eta theta by L, I wrote r cube into dr. This is due to one layer. Due to all the layers, we have to integrate. Integrate from where to where? What is the radius of the cylinder? Movement of force due to all layers. Due to all layers. What I should do?
Ma'am, integrate from 0 to ma'am capital R, ma'am.
Very good. 0 to r. 0 to r. I'll do 2 pi eta theta by L r cube into dr. Okay. So constant things I take outside. So 2 pi eta theta by L. Okay. 0 to r of r cube into dr. Into dr. Right. So see, theta is the angle at which the body got twisted at the lower end. That is coming into picture. Okay, not the phi. Right. Now what I'll get? You know that. So I'll get moment of force is given by, I'll just separate it, is given by 2 pi eta by theta by L. I'll get, can I directly write r power 4 by 4? You know the integration, isn't it? So r power 4 by 4 I'll get. So I'll write, I get pi eta theta r power 4 by 2L is a moment of force acting on the cylinder. Moment of force acting on the cylinder. This moment of force can also be called as torque acting on the cylinder, or it can also be called as couple. It can also be called as twisting couple. Okay, it can also be a couple also we can call. So what is a couple or torsion? These are the different names. Derive the expression for torque acting on the cylinder also same answer. Movement of force acting on the cylinder also same thing. A couple acting on the cylinder also same thing. Okay, so this is the expression. Okay, right. I'll go in the reverse way because this needs little understanding. No, I'll go in the reverse way to tell you how to derive this. So this is the expression of torsion of a cylinder, right? Now what happens? No, normally they'll ask for couple per unit twist. Find what is the couple per unit twist. Many times they ask couple per unit twist. That means what I should do? couple per unit twist. This is couple. Whatever I got is couple. Okay. C is equal to pi eta theta alpha 4 by 2L is also called couple. So couple per unit twist means what? They are asking you what is C by theta. So what is the answer? C by theta is what? What will happen here? Pi eta alpha 4 by 2L. Pi eta alpha 4 by 2L is called couple per unit twist. Couple per unit twist. Okay. We'll go back for this revision again now. Before that, students, I want to tell you. Right. Let me just check you. Right. So what I'm telling, some students were asking whether we should book their tickets or not. Right now, no need. Okay. For the month of June, I don't think you'll come back. Okay. And even staff are going with only 50%. All are not going to college. Some students texted me asking that can they book the tickets. No need to book the tickets till I inform you. Okay. And even only 50% staff we are working. So you can wait. Anything else you want to ask? Some student was asking, and this vaccination problem someone was asking, we'll let you know. Okay, we'll let you know. Yeah. Okay, so students, what I said, I'll tell you how to go reverse. Yeah, so when the topic is find the torsion acting on a cylinder, or torsion on a of a cylinder, torsion acting on a cylinder. Okay, yeah, that means I should know force. That means I want to know movement of force. So what you do in the rough work, you do the rough work. So torsion means they are asking for movement of force. Movement of force. Okay, right. That means I should know force. Next thing, when they say movement of force, I should know force. Force from where I'll get? Force I'll give, and we are talking about rigidity modulus. So rigidity modulus is given to stress by strain. Okay, for your rough work. Stress is force per unit area. Our area, that you should remember, cylinder is 2 pi r. Okay, and here strain is 5 because the body has got strain through an angle 5. Then what I'll write here? Then we can. So I got F. F is equal to 2 pi r dr eta into 5. Now for the 5, when you remember the diagram, if you remember that diagram, this is 5 and this angle is L. This is BB dash. Okay, so phi is equal to the change it has caused by L. Again, in this cylinder, at the lower end, this is theta, and this is, we are talking about R. This twist, if you want me to enlarge, at the lower end, this is the lower end of the cylinder. No, this is theta, is the twist caused at the lower end. This is BB dash, and here we are talking about the radius of the layer. So what I'll get? Theta is equal to BB dash by R. Both are same. So L phi, whatever happens at the upper end, this same is resulted in the lower end. So R theta. From here I'll take phi. Okay, phi equal to R theta by L. I substitute here. So I get 2 pi R dr eta, and instead of phi I write R theta by L. So this directly. So I got force acting on the cylinder is 2 pi eta theta by L, then R square dr. Okay, R square dr. Then I want movement of this force because we are talking about couple. So movement is force into is equal to force into perpendicular distance. So this becomes 2 pi eta theta R cube by dr by L. This is the movement of force acting due to one selected layer which we have taken, acting on the cylinder about the axis. Due to all the cylinder, or due to the whole cylinder, I have to integrate it from 0 to R to get the total effect. 2 pi eta theta R power 3 dr by L. So what I get? I will get 2 pi eta theta R by 4 by 4L, which is equal to pi eta theta R power 4 by 2L. This is the couple acting on the cylinder, or a torque acting on the cylinder, or it is a moment of force. It is a moment of force. So this is a 10 mark question asked. So what is a couple per unit twist means? What they are asking is C by theta. So it is pi eta r power 4 by 2L is a couple per unit twist. Any doubt? Derive the expression for couple per unit twist. Okay, right. So with this, we are going to this topic tomorrow numericals of this topic. Okay, just 2 numericals. With that, it's model 2 is over. Model 2 is over. So now, with respect to this, the experiment, not experiment, this is also theory, is torsional pendulum. This is that lab we are going to see this week also. So with this torsion of a cylinder comes this torsion pendulum, which is taken as part of the lab. So what is a torsion pendulum? Torsional pendulum is a if a wire is taken in the lab also, we are going to take a wire. The wire is fixed at the one end, okay, and to the lower end, either a regular body can be fixed or we have to give a twist. No, we have to give the twist to the wire. So it should have some weight here. So we use a regular body. It can be a rectangular body. It can be a irregular body, or it can be a circular body. Okay, and so what we are going to do, it will be fixed here, and it is rotated about the axis. Then the body is oscillating. The body will be oscillating like this and like this. This is called torsional oscillations. The oscillations where the body is fixed at the upper end and the lower end is twisted about the axis is called torsional pendulum. The arrangement is called torsional pendulum, and the oscillations are called torsional oscillations. Torsional oscillations. Okay, so and in this, what we are going to do in this torsional oscillations, we are going to find the 2 things we can find. Okay, students. So this arrangement. So what is torsion? Torsion of this pendulum. Torsion means when the body is fixed at one end. Now we are taking wire. Wire is also cylindrical, and to give a twist, we have fixed a rigid body at the lower end. Okay, and we are twisting it and leaving it. It is called the torsion, and the arrangement is called torsional oscillation, torsional pendulum, and the oscillations produced are called torsional oscillations. Okay, so in this experiment, what we can do, we can find what is the rigidity modulus of the given material. Okay, there are 2 things we can find. We can find the rigidity modulus of the given material, and the second thing what we can do, we can find the moment of inertia of an irregular body. Moment of inertia of a irregular body. Now normally for regular bodies, with definite shape like circle, rectangular body, the expressions are there. For example, for rectangular body, a moment of inertia is given by m L square plus B square by 12. We can derive the formula for regular bodies. Okay, but for irregular body, we cannot find the moment of inertia. So what we do, we find first the moment of inertia of the regular body. If this is the regular body, then we compare it with the irregular body, and then we can find the moment of inertia of the irregular body. How to find the moment of inertia? First we will take the regular body, we will find the time period. Okay, so time period is known, and then we know the moment of inertia also. Then we will take a irregular body like stone. If I keep a stone here, I oscillate it, I can know the time period of the irregular body. Then how to find the moment of inertia? Moment of inertia can be found by moment of inertia. This is for irregular body. Hello, sir. Sir, good morning, sir. Sir, yes, sir. Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you. Okay. Hello?
Now you are
Dhruti, yes.
audible.
Hello?
Yes,
Can you
ma'am.
hear me?
Yes,
Now we are in.
Yes, ma'am.
This much time you are not even able to hear?
No, ma'am.
Now you
No,
are
ma'am.
hearing, right? Okay. I was asking if there is any doubt. Some internet issue, I think. Okay. So this torsional pendulum, you were able to hear what I was drawing? This torsional pendulum you were able to see? When I said to find the rigidity modulus? Yes or no? Torsional pendulum? You were not able to hear that one?
No, ma'am.
Okay, I think some issues here. Okay, no problem. Right, this is up to torsion of a cylinder is okay. Okay, torsion pendulum we are going to do in the lab class today at 2:20. Right, students? So now you can leave. You can leave now. Any doubt? You can ask me now. I'll be here. Others, those who don't have doubt can log off. Yes, someone has any doubt? Someone was asking regarding vaccination. I think till June you'll not be, this month you'll not be coming. Okay, so we'll let you know